Welcome to Nourish and Thrive. In this captivating video, we unravel the secrets of the best diet backed by not one, but three separate studies confirming its efficacy. Whether you're a seasoned health enthusiast or just starting, our channel is your ultimate destination for evidence-based insights that will empower you to nourish your body and thrive in every aspect of life. So hit that subscribe button and let's embark on this incredible adventure together. Three recent studies, all published this year, have independently validated the most beneficial diet for human health. Throughout this video, we will delve into each study step by step. However, before we proceed, it is essential to recognize that diet is a highly personal decision. Different individuals may swear by the carnivore or vegan diet. The key is finding a diet that suits you, providing energy, protecting your heart, maximizing muscle strength, and maintaining a healthy weight. We are not here to convince you of anything. We are merely presenting the findings of these three studies to offer more information for your own health choices. The first study, published in a prestigious medical journal, the Journal of Medicine, examines low-carbohydrate diets versus low-fat diets in a prospective cohort study. The researchers acknowledge the conflicting information in the field, with some randomized controlled trials suggesting cardiovascular benefits of low-carbohydrate diets, while others indicate potentially undesirable effects on total and all-cause death rates. However, the long-term effects of these diets on age-related health outcomes remain less studied. This trial aims to identify the associations between each dietary pattern and total and all-cause death rates. The study involved over 371,000 participants between the ages of 50 and 71 in the United States, who completed a food questionnaire annually, making it an observational study. The participants were followed for an impressive 23-year period. The strength of this study lies in its massive scale and lengthy follow-up. The study's results revealed that participants following the low-carbohydrate diet exhibited increased death rates, with a clear trend showing that the more strictly they adhered to this diet, the higher their death rates. As we present these findings, we are merely reporting on the study's outcomes and not promoting any specific diet. Remember, the ultimate choice of diet rests with you and should be based on what works best for your individual health and well-being. When comparing low-fat diet to the low-carbohydrate diet, a distinct pattern of decreasing death rates emerges. The participants who adhere more strictly to the low-fat diet exhibited lower overall mortality rates. Similar results were observed for heart disease, where those following the low-carbohydrate diet had higher rates of cardiovascular death, while the low-fat diet group had lower rates of total cardiovascular death. The same trend was also found for cancer, with the low-carbohydrate diets showing increased rates of cancer deaths, while the low-fat diet was associated with low rates of cancer deaths. In the subsequent discussion, the researchers conducted further analysis and discovered that replacing low-quality carbohydrates and saturated fats with plant-based proteins was linked to even lower death rates. These findings suggest that adopting a healthy, low-fat diet with minimal saturated fat intake can be an effective dietary strategy for promoting healthy aging in middle-aged and older individuals. The study provides further evidence supporting the importance of reducing low-quality carbohydrate intake, cutting out sugary foods and processed grains like white bread, and decreasing saturated fat consumption, which aligns with previous Cochrane review findings on the significance of protein intake. A hallmark of aging is sarcopenia, characterized by a decline in skeletal muscle mass and function, which can lead to increased morbidity, death rates, and the risk of age-related chronic diseases. Consequently, adequate protein intake is recommended for middle-aged and older individuals to counteract sarcopenia. In light of this observational study, it becomes evident that replacing low-quality carbohydrates and saturated fats with plant protein rather than animal protein is associated with more favorable outcomes in terms of death rate. The discussion further emphasizes the need to shift away from the typical Western or standard American diet and suggests substituting low-quality carbohydrates and saturated fats with high-quality protein. The study's strengths lie in its large scale, involving over 370,000 participants over a 23-year period, and the identification of clear trends. However, being an observational trial, it has limitations in fully adjusting for all potential confounding factors. This leads us to the second study published in the British Medical Journal, which presents a systematic review and meta-analysis offering a higher level of evidence compared to the initial observational trial. The discussion commences by acknowledging that although certain dietary programs have been suggested to reduce the risk of major cardiovascular events, the evidence so far has been based on surrogate outcomes or low certainty evidence from non-randomized study designs. Moreover, a lack of meta-analysis systematically summarizing randomized controlled trials comparing the impact of structured dietary programs and death rates in major cardiovascular events has been observed. The meta-analysis included only randomized controlled trials of adults at an increased risk of cardiovascular diseases, with studies required to have a minimum duration of 9 months. However, a limitation was encountered as there were insufficient studies examining low-carbohydrate diets, precluding a comprehensive macronutrient composition analysis. The findings from the meta-analysis revealed 40 eligible trials involving over 35,000 participants, with an average follow-up period of 3 years. The Mediterranean diet and low-fat diets emerged as clear winners in terms of reducing all-cause death rates. The analysis established moderate certainty evidence in absolute risk reduction in mortality rates attributable to these dietary programs. Similar themes to the previous observational study were identified in its meta-analysis, emphasizing the importance of reducing low-quality carbohydrates and saturated fats while incorporating more protein. Moving on to narrative review, it discusses the benefits of the Mediterranean diet, which limits or eliminates many culprits of cardiovascular disease found in the standard American diet, such as saturated fats and highly processed refined grains and sugars. The review then shifts its focus to keto and other very low carbohydrate diets, noting their positive effects on weight loss, insulin resistance, and blood sugar control. However, it also points out that these diets can promote increases in LDL cholesterol, especially in hyper-responsive individuals, dampening enthusiasm from some medical professional societies to endorse their use. A meta-analysis found unfavorable effects on LDL cholesterol and EPOB associated with a ketogenic diet. To potentially mitigate these consequences, the review suggests considering a plant-based ketogenic diet low in saturated fats, though no trials have examined this approach. In conclusion, the narrative review highlights that the Mediterranean diet remains one of the most effective and recommended balanced diets for promoting cardiovascular health. It calls for further research, particularly from the keto and carnivore communities, to fund trials that can provide valuable insights into the effects of their respective diets on cardiovascular health. Thank you for joining us in Nourish and Thrive. Throughout this video, we explored 3 compelling studies that shed light on the benefits of reducing low-quality carbohydrates and saturated fats while emphasizing high-quality proteins for our overall health. Remember, your dietary journey is personal, and we are here to provide evidence-based insights to empower you in making informed decisions that nourish your body and help you thrive. Don't forget to subscribe for more informative content and join us as we continue to explore the fascinating world of health and wellness. Stay tuned, stay healthy, and keep thriving.